Welcome back to Dark Corner's Physical Media Reviews. We're looking at Volume 3 of Imprint Asia's Shaw Shock series, collections of Shaw Brothers films, this one covering the Hex Trilogy. In Cantonese with English subtitles, there is no English dub. By 1980, the Shaw Brothers were losing ground to other Hong Kong filmmakers and in struggling to keep pace were more open to diverse material from directors like Chih-Hung. Hex begins as an adaptation of Georges-Henri Clouzot's classic psychological thriller Les Diaboliques, itself based on the novel by Pierre Boileau and Thomas Narcejac. A drunken husband is abusive to both his wife and maid. So it's only a matter of time until... But this is only the beginning. Plunging into supernatural horror. In fact, this is very much only the beginning as the film moves past Les Diaboliques, and obviously I'm tiptoeing around revealing too much about the French film as well, but suffice it to say, Hex diverges from it. And much as I enjoy and admire the first half of the film, it is this latter section where it comes into its own. And with an interesting diversity, the haunting is by turns insidious, shocking, or very everyday. There are times when it feels like a classical, eerie, haunted house, and others when it resorts to gross humour. Sometimes it seems to be channeling the Evil Dead. At others, it is definitely channeling Kwaidan, albeit the exploitation version. And for one pretty lengthy sequence, it does go full-on exploitation. I hope I've made it clear that this is a film of many and diverse parts. It could easily and accurately be called inconsistent. But aside from a coda that I didn't really like, I thought Hex was tremendous. It's fun, creepy, and touches on serious issues around the treatment of women. Perhaps accidentally, but it does touch on them. It's a surprisingly satisfying film, and I was looking forward to the sequel, Hex vs. Witchcraft. Disappointed does not come close. This is a pretty crass sex comedy, and I have read on the ever-accurate IMDb that its original title was changed to exploit the success of Hex. Which would make sense, but I've not been able to back it up anywhere. The plot follows a bad gambler who happens into a ghost wife, which can be good, and less so. I did not find it funny, least of all the ghost's backstory. Sadly, 1982's Hex After Hex continues this trend. The ghost finding a new husband to help, her powers now somewhat extended. And if you think Yoda is a weird reference, then how about Darth Vader, whose lightsaber makes men naked? One difference between this and the previous film is that the sexy female nudity, of which there is quite a bit in Hex vs. Witchcraft, is replaced by comedy male nudity. So I suspect it disappointed even those who liked the previous film. It does manage to summon up one decent idea. Otherwise, I personally would regard the presence of these on the Blu-ray as, like those extras, you mean to watch, but never will. Speaking of extras, previously available on Arrow's Shaw Scope Volume 4 box set with no special features, Imprint Asia's release is light on extras compared to their usual feature-packed discs, but everything here is new and unique to this set. Hex has a solid audio commentary by Asian film expert Arne Venema and filmmaker Dom Ting. Great energy, knowledge and banter, but as someone with little behind-the-scenes knowledge of the Shaw Brothers, the names and stories can wash over without me grasping the significance. Although it was fun to learn that Sammo Hung's grandmother has a brief cameo. Chan Sau Ying, as well as having a career spanning 8 decades, was a pioneering female action star. The two featurettes provide a beginner's guide to the films. In Triple Threat, critic and historian Tony Raines adds background and context to the trilogy and to director Chih-Hung, while Seriously Funny takes a look at the mix of horror and comedy in Hex After Hex with film scholar Dr. Luke White. The horror-comedy genre got a huge boost in 1980 from Sammo Hung's groundbreaking Encounters of the Spooky Kind, but Hex After Hex leans more towards what is known in Cantonese as Mole Tao, a term that really defies translation. It's absurdist, out of nowhere, and while dialed up to 10 here, it is a style of comedy frequently found in Jackie Chan films, such as the Street Fighter sequence in City Hunter. The big absence in the extras is any real explanation for the drastic tonal shift in what is described as a series. This is like someone making a sequel to Les Diaboliques by adding a ghost to Porky's, and I feel like there should have been a featurette entitled What the Hell Happened? But no. I have nothing else to say about the comedy sequels. I hated them all the more for them being appended to a film I really liked. Hex itself is the definition of uneven, but I seldom found that to be a problem. To me, the madness and seriousness came together pretty well, and if the overall impression is like someone tacked The Evil Dead onto the end of Psycho, then come on, you'd want to see that. Thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe. Any thoughts on these? Am I being too hard on the comedies? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below.